Hello, and welcome to the 2022 South Asian Heritage Month quiz. So, thank you so much for joining. I'm Bobby Seagull. I'm going to be your host for the next, let's say, 45 minutes or so of quiz time. So, I am actually a school maths teacher, Mr. Bobby Seagull. I'm also an author of various books, maths books, and quiz books, and a presenter for various shows on BBC and Channel 4. But most importantly, I'm a patron for the charity South Asian Heritage Month, and I'm so excited to be here today. We even got my finest Indian outfit. Actually, I wore this very recently. I was recording a BBC Radio 4 documentary about Ravi Shankar called Great Lives. So I wore that, and I actually wore this for Celebrity Tipping Point, and that'll be out later on in the year. So I'm very proud of my Indian South Asian heritage. In fact, my parents are from a place called Kerala in South India. So that's like sort of Goa, further down, opposite Tamil Nadu, just above Sri Lanka. So my parents are from there. I speak a language very badly called Malayalam. My sort of family and cousins in India would say I speak Monglish, halfway between Malayalam and English. But today I'll be speaking to you in English. So thank you so much for joining the quiz tonight. And we're going to have 5 rounds for you. There's going to be a round on back to school, so something that the family and the kids can help out. Then a round on science. You're thinking science. Then on migration and cities. Then actually, I'm going to test you on your spellings. I'm a teacher, I'm a maths teacher, but spellings are important. And round 5 on music. I'm going to be a DJ and play some music for you. So if you're joining us, please feel free to use social media. So the hashtag, let's see if I can get this right. Oh, here we go. The hashtag is hashtag South Asian Heritage Month. I'm at Bobby_Seagull on your Twitter, your Instagram stories, Facebook, etc. And also on Twitter, we're SAHM_UK, and we're also on Instagram there. So we'd love you to share your stories, your tweets, and I'll try and shout them out throughout. And again, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, type in some comments, and occasionally I will see how you're doing. So you might be wondering, how do we mark a quiz like this? How do you mark? Am I coming around your house with a red pen correcting them? No. It will take far too long. We're in 2022. We do it digitally. So actually, we're going to rely on your honesty. Honesty is the best policy. So what I'd like you to do is get a piece of paper and a pen, and maybe another pen to mark it, a different color pen. It can be the same one. And I'll read out the questions for each round, repeat them maybe, if I'm feeling generous. And at the end of each round, we'll mark the answers together. And if you want to put your scores, share it on Twitter, on Instagram, please let me know. So remember, hashtag South Asian Heritage Month, and I'm Bobby_Seagull. You can see it there. There we go, on that side. Okay, so the first round is called Back to School. Back to School. Are you ready? So we're going to start the 2022 South Asian Heritage Month quiz. Okay, question number 1. Let's go. So it's obviously called South Asian Heritage Month. So to spell the word month using elements in the periodic table, remember that from chemistry, the MO would be something called molybdenum. The TH would be thorium. But what element in the periodic table represents the N in month? So what element represents the N? Some of you thinking, oh, science, GCSE, what did I do? And maybe if you've got children in the house, they'll know it like a snap. So what element represents the N? So if we're writing the word month, that's question number 1. Okay, do you have an answer? Okay, we're going to go to question number 2. So in 1948, Ceylon was granted independence as the Dominion of Ceylon. So what decade did Ceylon become a republic and was renamed as the Republic of Sri Lanka? So what decade was it? I don't need the exact year. Clever clogs out there, you can write it down, but what decade? So was it the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s? I'm not going to give you too many clues, but in what decade did Ceylon become a republic and become renamed as Sri Lanka? Bit of history as well. So here's some science, some history. Round one. I'm going to check my Instagram stories. Let's see if any of you are messaging. You can, again, please feel to tag us in stories, tweet us at hashtag South Asian Heritage Month. Okay, time for question number 3. Bit of mathematics. Mathematics with geography. combining the two subjects. So I want you to multiply the number of triangles on the flag of Nepal, yeah, the number of triangles on the flag of Nepal, by the number of stripes on the flag of India. So multiply the number of triangles on the flag of Nepal by the number of stripes on the flag of India. So you're going to get a number. Whole number, multiply by a whole number, gives you an answer. So here, normally as a teacher, I'm like, oh, show you working out. It's very important. Not today. I just need the correct answer. So hopefully get a whole number for that. We got that? I mean, to be honest, if you're not sure, just multiply two numbers together. Okay. Question number 4. Question number 4. So, in the Maldives in the 1800s, something known as cowrie shells, small little shells, were renowned for being used as a type of what? Were cowrie shells food, currency, or jewelry? So cowrie shells were renowned internationally for either being food, currency, or jewelry. So which of those 3 is the answer? And in case you're thinking, oh, can I have 50-50 or ask the audience? Not with me. I'm not that generous. No 50-50 and no ask the audience. You can ask people in your house. No Googling, obviously. So food, currency, or jewelry. So cowrie shells, little shells. They're like white little shells. So were they food, currency, or jewelry? So again, it is what were they renowned for being used as? Because they probably had multiple uses, to be honest. You could have played games with them as well. But what were they internationally renowned for? And the 5th and final question of round 1, back to school. So question 5. With the scientific name of Rubus ellipticus. If this is university chance, someone would buzz and say, I know the answer. Rubus ellipticus. What red fruit is the national fruit of Nepal? So with the scientific name of Rubus ellipticus, what red fruit is the national fruit of Nepal? It's a delicious, delicious fruit. To be honest, in my smoothies most mornings, I add some frozen versions of this. So Rubus ellipticus, maybe we learn a new word, scientific word for this particular red fruit. So what is the name of the red fruit? So we had 5 questions in round 1. 5 questions in round 1. And I think it's time. So please do feel free to tweet us, add comments on the YouTube channel. And we're going to go through the answers. We're going to go through the answers now. Okay. Question number 1. So I said to spell the word month, we're missing the letter N. N is, I think, the most common element in our atmosphere. Nitrogen. So 1 mark for nitrogen. The spelling is okay for this round. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nitrogen. Question number 2. So Ceylon was granted independence in 1948, but they only became Sri Lanka 24 years later in 1970s. So 1970s gives you the mark. It's 1972 for you clever clogs out there, but it's 1970s. That is what I asked for. Now it's time for question number 3. So question 3 was a bit of arithmetic and geography combined together. So it was the number of triangles on the flag in Nepal. It's 2, do you remember? 1, 2. And then the number of stripes in India flag, 3. Basic bit of arithmetic. 2 times 3 is 6. So it's 2 times 3 is 6. Question 4. So this was cowrie shells were used for what? Renowned. And again, I add the word renowned because, to be honest, you could use it for jewelry, food. Maybe you could use it to scrape up some chips or curry. It's actually currency. Cowrie shells. They were used as currency, money. There you go. Don't try and, if you're going on holiday to the Maldives now, don't try to go to the airport and give them some cowrie shells because that would not work. But they were currency. So the 5th and final one is, what red fruit is the national fruit in Nepal? And the answer is raspberry. Raspberry. There you go. Raspberry. How did you do? How did you do? So that's round number 1. So you had 5 questions there. 5 questions. I'm going to go and check if any. I'm going to check the other platforms as well. So we've got. You can obviously put your answers through on YouTube. Again, if you want to chat, leave a comment there. So I'm going to tap hello. So I'm actually going to type on YouTube to show you that I'm actually here. So you can tap on YouTube. Well done, Savita. Vivita, 3 out of 5. Well done on YouTube. Where else do we have? Anyone on Twitter? Anyone to comment there? We're feeling a bit shy, people. Thank you. So we've got one person. Other people are maybe a bit shy to answer right now. Hello, Vivita and Ravi. 3 out of 5. Well done. Amani, Saeed. Well done. 3 out of 5. Excellent. Good start. Good solid start. I always think like the questions are only easy if you know them, especially if you've written the questions. Then you sort of know where the answers are going. So well done to you guys. And again, if you're on Twitter, feel free to tag us. And again, Vivita, Amani, Ravi, if you want to use Instagram, please feel free. And Benita, thank you for one of our founding patrons. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing on Instagram as well. Okay, so we're going to go on to round number 2. Time for round number 2. Are you ready? Raspberries, yeah. Oh, Mark Kane. Related to Harry Kane? No, I think that's Benitez. I was thinking Harry Kane's relatives here. Mark Kane, everyone's in 3 out of 5. It's very tight, 3 out of 5. So we're going to move on to round number 2. We've got, Natasha Junejo on 2 out of 5. That's okay. You're just one behind everyone. Just one behind, people. Just one behind. So we're going to move on to round number 2. Round number 2. So it's on science. It's on science. And these are going to be picture-related questions. Well done, Harvinder, as well, on 3. Everyone's on 3. So it's almost like nearly everyone's on 3. 3. Okay. So here we go. So question number 1. Dr. Firdausi Kadri won the prestigious L'Oreal UNESCO for Women in Science Awards in 2020 for a contribution to tackling infectious diseases affecting children. So after studying at the University of Dhaka in Bangladesh, she actually got a PhD in a northern UK university. And the clue is the local club here has won the most European Cups. So where did Dr. Firdausi Kadri earn her PhD? And the clue was the local club in the city has won the most European Cups in football. So if you're a football fan, you're like, oh, I didn't know that, but hopefully you'll get the answer. So that's Dr. Firdausi Kadri. Yeah, incredible work on fighting infectious diseases affecting children, especially in developing countries. So that's question number 1. So we're going to move on to question number 2. Question number 2. So this man here is Abdus Salam, and he was the first Pakistani to win a Nobel Prize, winning in 1979 for physics. And it was for his contribution to what type of unification? You're going to be thinking, I have no idea. I don't know science. So I'm going to give you 3 options. Is it for electroweak unification, electro-neutral unification, or electro-strong unification? So you can see he's got the word there. If you look on top of the whiteboard, he's got the blackboard, he's got the word unification. But he won it for a type of unification in physics. Was it electroweak unification, electro-neutral unification, or electro-strong unification? So you're thinking weak, neutral, or strong unification. I bet no one's ever done those mimes. Weak, neutral, strong. So was it electroweak, electro-neutral, or electro-strong unification in physics? Abdus Salam, the first Pakistani Nobel Prize winner. That's question number 2. So you've got 3 options: electroweak, electro-neutral, or electro-strong. So you can, and if you don't know science, you can have a guess. You can all have a guess. Okay, question number 3 now. Question number 3. So this here is Rahul Mandal. He's actually an engineer who works in nuclear research, but actually he rose to fame in 2018 for winning which reality TV show? So Rahul Mandal is an engineer who works in nuclear research, and he rose to fame in 2018 for winning which TV show? So if you don't know, you can try and think. Engineer, quite analytical, logical mind. What show would they win? I'll give you one clue. It's not Love Island. It's not Love Island. Engineers on Love Island? Really? So what show did he win in 2018? Rahul Mandal. I think his family are originally from near Calcutta. Did a bit of Wikipediaing today. That's question number 3. So what TV show? Okay, we're going on to question number 4. So during the early part of COVID in 2020, the Minister for Health in the southern Indian state of Kerala, KK Shailaja, was cited as the coronavirus slayer or rockstar health minister for her work combating COVID. What was her occupation before politics? So was she a lawyer, a science teacher, or a doctor? So was KK Shailaja a lawyer, a science teacher, or a doctor? And as you can see, she was one of Vogue's India's Women of the Year for her incredible work combating COVID. Again, coronavirus slayer or rockstar health minister. How cool is that? How cool is that? So what was she before she moved into politics? So for 7 years, she held down a job as either a lawyer, a science teacher, or a doctor. That's question number 4. What do you reckon? KK Shailaja. That's question number 4. I'm just checking any updates on my Twitter, on my Instagram. Okay. The last question in this round. Question number 5. The author, Simon Singh, pictured here with actually, I think, an Enigma machine, has helped popularize maths and science through best-selling books about code breaking, as you can see the Enigma machine here, World War II, and a mathematical book called Fermat's Last Theorem. Brilliant books. I've got some on my bookshelf, actually. But he also published a book on the sort of hidden mathematical secrets of which series? So was it Peppa Pig, Star Wars, or The Simpsons? So Simon Singh also published a book on the hidden mathematical secrets of which series? Was it Peppa Pig, Star Wars, or The Simpsons? What do you reckon? Peppa Pig, Star Wars, or The Simpsons? The hidden mathematical secrets. That is a 5th and final question of this round. 5th and final question of this round. So again, please feel free to share Instagram stories. Thank you, Benita. Twitter pictures, we'd love it. Or maybe just on the screen. Could be a selfie of yourself doing it. I'll retweet it. I'll retweet it. That's the kind of person I am. Okay. It's time for the answers. Time for the answers. Okay. Question number 1. So Dr. Fidausi Kadri. So again, incredible scientist, won a prestigious award in 2020. Work tackling infectious diseases affecting children. And actually, she did a PhD in Liverpool. That's cool, isn't it? So undergrad in Dhaka in Bangladesh and PhD in Liverpool. The football clue might have given it away. So Liverpool, question number 1. Question number 2. So Abdus Salam, the first Pakistani to win a Nobel Prize, physics in 1979. And the type of unification was electroweak. Electroweak. Unification. So you had 3 choices: weak, neutral, or strong. Electroweak unification. And we can do a whole 1-hour lecture on electroweak unification next time. No, I don't think you want to listen to that. I mean, you might be a physicist, so maybe you might want to. Okay, question number 3. Question number 3. So Rahul Mandal is an engineer who works in nuclear research, and he won the Great British Bake Off. The Great British Bake Off. That's question number 3. Okay. And now question number 4 was KK Shailaja, for 7 years before moving to politics, wasn't a lawyer, wasn't a doctor, was a secondary school teacher in science. Can you believe that? I think physics. So as a science teacher. Science teacher was enough. Well done. I'm live tweeting as well. Live tweeting, that's how I do it. And the last one, so Simon Singh published a book on the mathematical secrets of not Peppa Pig, not Star Wars, The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Again, there's so much mathematics in The Simpsons. There's so much mathematics there. There's so much mathematics. So that's question number 5. So you should have a mark out of 10. So rather than give me a mark out of 5, which is cool, I like it. You're giving me individual updates. Why don't you give me your score out of 10? Your score out of 10. Score out of 10. So how have you done after 2 rounds? So we're going to little pause. So again, if you're using social media, thank you, Benita. Thank you to Natasha. Thank you all for sharing your scores. That was a tough round, wasn't it? That was a tough round, Amani, because it's knowing. The thing is, the way I see it is, even if you don't get many right, at least you're learning some new things. Like you're learning about the first Pakistani winner of a Nobel Prize. You're learning about Simon Singh. So hopefully, in my quizzes, you learn some things. There's a variety of scores. A variety of scores. So if you give me your cumulative score, let's have a look. Vivita and Ravi are on 8. Incredible. Harvinder's on 5. Solid. Amani on 4. You can still time to catch up. And Mark and Benita of the Kane family on 7. So some good scores, varied scores. But science round was tough, to be honest. Which ones did I know myself? I definitely didn't know the Liverpool one. Electro Week, I might have guessed because I did physics A level. The others, I think I knew. So we are 2 rounds done. 3 to go. 2 rounds done. So please feel free to tag us on Twitter, your Instagram. Oh, Natasha's on 3 out of 10. It's okay. It's 3. It's 3. It's not 0, is it? Well, we got someone watching from KG, Mutoto Wamunga, watching from Nairobi. Hello. We're international here. Thank you for joining from Kenya. Okay, so round number 3 is going to be a migration to UK cities. So you need your there's a lot of UK based knowledge here. So it's a lot of questions about the UK and South Asian migration. So we're going to start with question number 1 here. So which city in the UK, in England, I'll be specific, in England is famous for its Balti Triangle in Small Heath and Sparkhill. And the Balti actually originally came to this city due to its large migration of Pakistani and Kashmiri settlers in the 70s. So what city has its Balti Triangle? I'll give you a little clue. This city is about to host the Commonwealth Games. So what city is famous for the Balti Triangle and is actually about to host the Commonwealth Games? So if you're not sure, guess a large UK city. Guess a large UK city. And they're hosting the Commonwealth Games, which is quite exciting. In fact, a lot of the South Asian Heritage Month nations will be joining and taking part. So that'll be quite cool. So that's question number 1. So time for question number 2. So a new city. So most South Asian immigrants originally came to work in the mills in this particular city. And this city actually has the world famous Bombay stores. They're called Bombay stores. And it's actually the UK's largest Asian department stores. And as a clue, one of the South Asian Heritage Month founders, Anita Rani, was born here. So what city am I talking about? It's a northern city. And it's famous for the Bombay stores, the UK's largest Asian department store. A lot of mills in this city. And one of our founders, Anita Rani, was born in this city. So what city? It's a northern city. Give you a little clue. Thank you, Harvinder, for the retweet. So Harvinder saying, having lots of fun with the South Asian Heritage Month quiz. I might not be getting them all right, but learning loads and having lots of fun. Thank you. It's actually really warm in this. So I've shut my windows. You know, if you like, normally when you have meetings on Zoom, you leave your window open so it brings cool air. When you're doing broadcasts, like a quiz, you can hear like the emergency cars and people singing. I don't know who's singing, but you can hear outside noise, but none of that. I'm very professional here. Okay, question number 3. So author Monica Ali wrote a best 2003 book about the lives of first-generation Asians moving to East London, and in particular, into which famous street in London, after which the book is titled. So Monica Ali wrote a 2003 best-selling book about which particular street. So it's named after a street in London. It's very famous. Guess the name of a famous street connected to South Asian culture. So that's question number 3. And actually, as a maths teacher, if I square the number 3, I get the number 9. And that is the age of Maya. Maya is Benita's daughter. So Maya Kane is the square of the answer of this question. So 3 squared is 9. That's what I do. Mr. Seagull, he brings maths in everywhere. So that is question number 3. What's the name of the street that Monica Ali named a book after? What's the name of the street? That's question number 3. Okay, moving on to question number 4. So which city's famous Melton Road, Melton, is referred to as the Golden Mile due to its never-ending jewelry stores? And we know South Asians, we love our jewelry. Look at this. Got little bits of jewelry. But the clue for this is this city has the highest number of British Asians under the age of 21. So which city's famous Melton Road is referred to as the Golden Mile due to its never-ending jewelry stores? Lots of jewelry stores, lots of gold. And the city has the highest number of British Asians under 21. And what I'll say is, I could give you a very obvious football clue. A very obvious football clue. Maybe I'll give you a clue. Their home kit is like this. A little bit like that. That's all. I can't give you too many clues. Too many clues. I'm being too generous. It's because school finished a few days ago. Maybe my, after terms, and I won't be as generous. So this city has the highest number of British Asians under age 21. So now it's time for question number 5, the last one in the cities and migration round. So, sometimes known as Little India, which West London town, renowned for its Punjabi community, has featured in films like Bend It Like Beckham and Bollywood films like Patiala House and Goal. So known as Little India, which West London town, I'm from East London, so boo West London. West London town, renowned for its Punjabi community, has featured in films like Bend It Like Beckham and Bollywood films like Patiala House and Go. So it's in West London, Punjabi community, known as Little India, featured in Bend It Like Beckham. So which West London town? In fact, I think the station here has the name of the town in English and one of the South Asian languages. I won't tell you which one. So that's question number 5. Question number 5. Is it time for the answers? I think it is. Let's go for the answers. Quick sip of water. So, question number 1. The Balti Triangle and the Commonwealth Games are in Birmingham. I'm from Birmingham. I'm a Broomy. No, accents are not my thing. Birmingham. Question number 1. Question number 2. So there are lots of mills in the city. They have the world famous Bombay stores, actually the largest UK's Asian store. And Anita Rani was born in Bradford. Bradford. How's that? I'm from Bradford. My accent's here. I need some work. I'm a maths teacher. Give me some leeway. Bradford. Question number 3, not too far from where I was raised, actually. I was raised in East Ham. I live in Stratford now. But Monica Ali's book is called Brick Lane. Brick Lane. Question number 3, that was Brick Lane. Natasha's having to get back to work, but thank you so much, Natasha, for joining us. Thank you so much. Question number 4, so the Melton Road and the Golden Mile are in this city. And I gave you this clue here. Blue, Leicester, the city of Leicester. It's the most number of British Asians under age 21. There you go, Leicester. Question number 4. And the final 5th one is Little India with this Punjabi community. Bend It Like Beckham is set in Southall. There we go. Lots of uncles and aunties in Southall. Question number 5. So there we go. We have 3 rounds down now. 3 rounds, 2 to go. Let me know your score out of 15. Let's have a look. So how are you doing? I'm live tweeting back. Look at this. How are you doing? You should have a score out of 15 now. Let me know your scores. What have you got out of 15? So we've got 2 more rounds to go. 2 more rounds, but things could change because I think it's 15. The last 2 rounds have 10 marks each. 10 for the spelling, and there's 5 questions, there are 10 marks available. Lots of points available. So let's see how people are doing after this. So thank you to Natasha for joining. Goodbye, Natasha. Let's have a look at the scores. Amani better. Well done. Amani's on 8. The Canes on 11. So it's Maya, Benita, and Mark. We've got Vivita and Ravi on 13. Excellent score. Which one is better than I would have done on my own quiz, which is a bit worrying. Excellent scores. Let's see. Any Twitter, any Instagram? We've got a small but mighty crowd doing really well. And again, thank you so much, South Asian Heritage Month. We're trying to celebrate all the amazing things about the different cultures of South Asia, whether it's in Pakistan or India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, the Maldives, Afghanistan. So thank you all so much. Harvinder on 8, good. Well done to everyone. Well done to everyone. Hopefully, again, even if you're not getting things right, most of you are, you're learning. Everyone's above half marks. I always say above half marks is good. So we're now joining for round number 4, spellings. Not just random spellings. I'm not going to get you to spell like electromagnetic unification, or I'm trying to think of a complicated mathematics word, isosceles. These are going to be words of South Asian origins, all words that originated in South Asia, various languages, and are now used in, I guess, in modern English. So obviously, I'm not going to put the words in, the boxes there. I'm not going to put the words there. I'm going to just say the words. I'm going to say them a couple of times, and then at the end, we'll go through the answers. Okay. I'm going to write them out myself too. I'm going to write them out. Okay. So question number 1 is, like the film, spell the word avatar. Avatar. And that, again, these all words of South Asian origin. Can you spell the word avatar for me? Avatar. I'm going to write it down myself. If I was a Blue Peter presenter, I would have got this written already. I'm going to write down avatar. Avatar. Again, it shows I'm live. I'm doing it live. Number 1. You might want to number your paper from 1 to 10. So number 1 is avatar, spelling. Okay, question number 2 is bandana. Bandana. So bandana. Actually, in the sort of about 10-15 years back, I shaved all my hair off. I used to shave my hair. I used to wear a bandana. Didn't look very cool. I thought it looked cool, but I prefer long hair now. Not long, actually. It's quite short on the sides and back. Bandana. Bandana. That's question number 2. Spelling. Hopefully, Maya, you might be able to help your parents with some of these. Some of them are very hard. Some of them are, I'll admit, very hard. The third one, question 3, is like a Cashmere. Cashmere, not the state. I'm going to read you a definition. Let's have a look. The definition of Cashmere is just it's a fiber obtained from Cashmere goats. So you can have Cashmere wool. So it's the cloth, Cashmere. So Cashmere, as in the type of cloth. Cashmere, the type of cloth, like the wool. Expensive, actually. It's quite expensive. Cashmere. But some of these, I think you can spell it out phonetically. Some of them. I think most of them. Okay, question number 4. If you're going out having a curry, you might have some chutney. Some chutney. And that one's not surprising. It's of South Asian origin. Chutney. So chutney. Chutney. Question number 4. And so question number 5 is like little, like sort of like inflatable boat, a dinghy. A dinghy. How do you spell the word dinghy for question number 5? Little dinghy. And I'm going to say you need all the letters in the right spaces, in the right order. You can't just like jumble them up. Every single letter in the right space. Dinghy. Question number 5. Dinghy. It's not a long word, is it? Dinghy. I always think with words, if you keep saying the word again and again and again, it just doesn't make any sense. Dinghy, 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 dinghy. Then you start questioning your existence, like dinghy, dinghy. Honestly, try it. Pick a word. Pick a random word. Chutney, 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 chutney. You keep saying it again and again. Honestly, it's bizarre, isn't it? Okay, question number 6. Dungaree. Like the outfit, a dungaree. Dungaree. How do you even define a dungaree? Dungaree. Dungaree. Singular, not plural. Dungaree. They are cool on there. So it's yeah. So I think it's from Marathi. It's a historical term for an Indian coarse, thick calico cloth. So that's from Marathi. So we have dungaree. 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 Okay, the next one I think is the hardest. I'm going to define it as a spelling in Wikipedia. There's a type of soup that actually comes from South Asia, or South India rather, possibly from Tamil. And it is mulligatawny. That is a hard one. Mulligatawny. Mulligatawny. So like mulligatawny soup, mulligatawny. That is a hard, I think it's the hardest spelling actually. Mulligatawny. Spell that for me. So it originates from the Tamil word mulligu, which means black pepper, and tawny, which means water. So literally black pepper water. Mulligatawny. Mulligatawny. That is a hard word. I'll be honest, I would have spelled that incorrectly without looking it up. Mulligatawny. 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 That's a tricky one. Mulligatawny. Again, always to try and... That is a hard word. Mulligatawny. I actually have a tin of mulligatawny soup. Might have that for dinner after. With some bread. Okay. Question number 8 is pashmina. A pashmina. And this is like a spun cashmere. And it means wool, doesn't it, essentially? Essentially wool. So pashmina. A pashmina. What do you reckon? Pashmina is a good word. We can spell that. Pashmina. That's question number 8. Question number 8. And now, question number 9. Paka. And actually, it's a word that comes from sort of Hindi and Urdu, and it literally means cooked or ripe. But people tend to use it for meaning genuine or very good. Like, that's a paka soup. You could have like, that's a paka mulligatawny. You're eating your mulligatawny soup. That's paka. So paka. There's actually a brand of pies called paka pies in the UK. So it could be named after that. Paka. That's the 9th one. Again, that's the age that you are, Maya. Question 9, Paka. 9 is a Paka age. So now the last question, I want the plural of pajamas. Or as my mum says, pajamas. Bobby, where are your pajamas? Pajamas. And it's actually, again, this comes from, in part, Urdu and Persian, pajamas. So pajamas, or pajamas, as my mum will say. Pajamas. Or PJs, or jammies, or jams, but pajamas. So that's your spelling. So I'll quickly read them out. Avatar, bandana, Cashmere, chutney, dinghy, dungaree, mulligatawny, pashmina, paka, and pajamas. 10 questions. Okay, are you ready for the answers? Okay, here we go. And then one more round after this. How sad. One more round. Okay, question 1. Avatar. A-V. In fact, you can see the spellings here. Avatar. A-V-A-T-A-R. Avatar. Question 2. Bandana. B-A-N-D-A-N-A. Cashmere. C-A-S-H. Cash. M-E-R-E. Chutney. C-H-U-T-N-E-Y. Chutney. Question 4. Dinghy. D-I-N-G-H-Y. Dungaree. D-U-N-G-A-R-E-E. The hardest one, I thought, mulligatawny. Let's bring it up. M-U-L-L-I-G-A-T-A-W-N-Y. Mulligatawny. M-U-L-L-I-G, so mullig, and then A-T-A-W-N-Y. Mulligatawny. Then we've got pashmina, P-A-S-H-M-I-N-A. Then paka, P-U-K-K-A. I think there's paka teas as well. And pajamas, P-Y-J-A-M-A-S. Pajamas. There you go. Avatar, bandana, Cashmere, chutney, dinghy, dungaree, mulligatawny, which is the weirdest one, pashmina, paka, and pajamas. So why don't you tell me your mark now out of 25? Out of 25. Hopefully you picked up a few marks there. Unless spelling's not your thing, in which case this will be a tough round. Got music after this, the last round. So there you go. Tell me your scores out of 25. There we go. So now we are on to our final round. Final round. How are we doing here? Final round. So we are into a final round. Let me know your scores. I'm just checking on Twitter. Let's see if there's any. Again, feel free. We'd love you to tag us on Instagram, on Twitter, on your stories. Let's have a look. So let's see the scores coming in now. So people done really well. Doing really well. Amani on 17. Vivita and Ravi on 22. The Canes, Mark, Maya, and Benita on 20. Harvinder on 15. It's excellent scores. Well done. Spelling can be tricky. Yeah, Maya saying that was hard. Yeah, it was. Things with spellings, you can sometimes work things out phonetically, but it helps if you've seen them before. So that was hard. But hopefully, Maya, some of these spellings might turn up next year. Learn them. I say mulligatawny is the one that I think I might repeat. That's a good word. It's a really hard one, isn't it? Mulligatawny. It was definitely a hard round. Definitely a hard round. So we're approaching the last round. I'm excited. The last round of the quiz. Last round. So the last round, it's on music. So music. So the way this round works is I'm going to play you a song with 5 different songs. And I'll ask you different things. Sometimes I'll ask you to name the song or the band. But I also particularly want you to name the year it came out. So imagine there was a song that came out in 2016. I'll give you a 2-year leeway. So if it was 2014 to 18, your answer, you'll still get the marks. You're going to get a 2-year leeway because obviously it's really hard to guess the exact year. So 5 questions, each worth 2 marks. Okay, so here we go. The last round, everything up for grabs. This is worth another 10 points. Okay, I saved this on my phone. So I'm gonna have to play this. This is like, oh, actually, look, hold on. It's the music round. So DJ Seagull. Actually, I host a classical radio station called Scala during the exam season, a classical station. So like, I'm like, hold on. DJ Seagull. You know, like Indian weddings. Oh, hey, I'm gonna be the DJ. I'm gonna get everyone jumping on the dance floor. That's me. You know the light bulb thing. I never really understand the light bulb. So, nowadays no one really screws a light bulb. Do they really screw a light bulb? I'm looking. There's sort of different ones, aren't they? The new environmentally friendly ones. Okay. So question number 1 is name the band and the year this song originally came out. So the band. So if you don't know the band, I think you'd have heard the song. Just name the year it came out. So you can get 2 years either way. Here we go. Question number 1. Did you get that? So name of the band and the year it came out. DJ Seagull's in the house. It's a good classic song there. So question number 1. So name of the band and the year it came out. It's a good song. It's a good song. I haven't heard that for a while, actually. Okay. Question number 2. So question number 2. So guess the year and the name of the band. Again, if you have no idea the band, why not? It's just a classic song. And the year it came out. Okay, question number 2. So this song here, you might recognize. So I want you to name the song, but the song was actually written and produced by a British Indian musician called Biddu. And I want the year it came out, originally came out, because actually some of you might recognize it. Maybe Maya might recognize it from a recent cartoon film. But I want the name of the song and the year it originally came out. So not the new one. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, it's my hold on. It's my ad. You don't hear a H&M ad. Okay, hold on. Let's get it. So question number 2. Hold on. You hear that? Oh. Yeah, you got that. Maya, you might recognize the song from films or from a cartoon. So the name of the song and the year it came out. I better stop it before it gets to the chorus. Oh, it's gonna get to the chorus. Oh, you're just about to get to the chorus. So the name of the song and the year it came out. And actually, yeah, that song was written by a British Indian musician called Biddu. So the year it came out, and it is definitely not recent because that's the new version that Maya might have heard of or young people might have heard of. So the name of the song and the year it came out. Have a little think, and I'm going to get question 3 up. Question 3. Ooh, nearly had a little sneak preview. Question number 3. Question number 3. So I might have actually mentioned this person's name right at the start of the quiz. Whoops. Hopefully you didn't hear that. So I'm going to play a song from YouTube. So in this particular piece, an Indian sitarist, I want you to name an Indian sitarist. You might actually guess the answer now. But he taught the Beatle George Harrison in this particular year at Rishikesh in India to play the sitar. So I want you to name the Indian sitarist and the year that he taught him this particular song. So what year was this taught? So this sitarist is teaching George Harrison from the Beatles. In what year in Rishikesh? There you go. So you have to guess a year. Guess a year. 2 years either way will give you a mark. 2 years either way. Oh, nearly heard. So question number 4 is going to come up in a second. Question number 4. So question number 4, British Sri Lankan hip-hop artist MIA released Paper Planes in which year? The song you're about to hear. And what Danny Boyle Oscar-winning film helped popularize the song? So the year the song came out and what film popularized the song. So this is the song. It's a good song, isn't it? The bass, you hear the bass. It's very cool, isn't it? There you go. So I want the year that Paper Planes was first released and the film that helped popularize it to an Oscar-winning film. Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle. So a year and a film for question 4. Then we come to the final question of the quiz. The final question. The final question. So the final one. So what do you reckon? The final question. And then DJ Seagull will leave the house. He won't leave the house. DJ Seagull's always in the house. Okay, so are you ready? So, question number 5. I want the name of the British Punjabi that released his worldwide #1 hit, Down, and what year. So here we go. I want his pop name rather than his actual real name. So there we go. Yeah. No, this song was a banger in the late noughties. So I want the name of the British Punjabi artist and the year he released it. Now, apparently this person, I think he might have been from Southall or Hounslow possibly. But when he released the song, he actually was trained to be a doctor. I'm going to check before I'm misleading my my learned public here. So what year was that song and his pop name? So actually he was born in, it's from London. I thought it was from Hounslow. Raised in Southall. I was correct. Should have trusted my gut instinct. So what year was that song first released and his pop name, his stage name? Because actually his real name is Kamaljit Singh Juti, but I want his stage name. So that's 5 questions. 5 questions. So let's go through the answers. Okay, so question number 1 was, let me play a little clip. Question number 1 was... So that was Brimford of Asher, but the mark was for Corner Shop and 1997. So if you put 95 to 99, 2 years either side, give yourself a mark. So Corner Shop, 97. 2 years either side, you give yourself a mark. Question number 2, that's pretty remarkable. So some of you may have heard it from, I think, the Kung Fu Panda films, but the song is called Kung Fu Fighting. And it's written by a British Indian musician, Biddu. 1974. So again, 2 years either side. 1974 and Kung Fu Fighting. You didn't know that? I didn't know that till recently. A British Indian musician, Biddu. Question 3. So question 3, I did say this earlier on. I gave you a clue. Ravi Shankar was the guitarist, but it could have been his daughter Anushka. So it's Ravi Shankar, and that actually was in 1968. So if you put 66 to 70, 1968. 1968. Question 4, Paper Planes was good song, isn't it? From Slumdog Millionaire. It's good. It's got a good beat, hasn't it? It's quite good for running on the treadmill. Yeah, maybe not. 2007. It was Slumdog Millionaire. So 2007, Slumdog Millionaire. So 2005 to 9 would get you a mark. And then the final one, very good club song. It was Down by Jay Sean. Jay Sean. Any spelling is fine. Jay Sean. And that was 2009. So again, 2007 to 2011. 2009. So Jay Sean, 2009. So DJ Seagull. Bye, DJ Seagull. DJ Seagull. DJ Seagull. I like that. Actually, when I host my radio show, I do call myself DJ Seagull. There we go. Okay. Now it's Bobby Seagull back in the house. Back in the house. Ooh, my eyes are blurry. So they were the 5 rounds. Let me know what your scores are. And again, I'd love you to share a picture on your social media, on your Twitter, your Instagram stories. Just tell people how much of a good time. Again, thank you so much to the people who set up South Asian Heritage Month, an incredible way for celebrating South Asian culture in the UK. And it's going on for the next few weeks. So many different things. Again, check out the South Asian Heritage Month website. So many ways of finding out. And again, I'm on various platforms. I'm on your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook. YouTube is Bobby Seagull TV, a bit different. Bobby Seagull TV. I'm also on TikTok. I'm starting to do mathsy type TikToks and Bobby_Seagull. So let us know your scores. How have you done? That's actually the 3rd quiz I've done for South Asian Heritage Month. I did one in 2020. That was at the height of lockdown. Then 2021 with Marine Baig, a teacher turned broadcaster. Hopefully she'll be back next year. She's away at the moment. And this year by myself. But let's have a look. Wow, some great scores. Let's have a look. So we've got, let's see what scores we got. The Kane family. So Benita, one of our co-founders, Mark and Maya, 27, brilliant score. And bye to Maya. Vivita and Ravi, 27 as well. Let's have a check. Any other final scores? Harvinder, 18, thank you so much. And Amani, one of your scores there. Thank you all so much for joining. I had a brilliant time. Hope you had a brilliant time. Amani as well, 20. Excellent. And please, everyone got more than half marks. That's always my aim as a teacher. So well done. Thank you for joining me for the South Asian Heritage Month quiz. I'm sure I'll be back next year. The last 2 weeks have been a bit strange. I've been on a show called Celebrity Hunted for Channel 4. So I'm like, Pat, if you've ever seen it, it's a show where you're on the run from hunters, hiding out, avoiding CCTV. So it's nice that I can now live and breathe a little. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful South Asian Heritage Month. It's bye from Bobby Seagull. See you all soon.